So I keep coming back to the same question. Is this slowness really a problem or is it just me? Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is G. I'm an artist of house portraits, so that's my passion. And also, I'm a mom of two, and it's summer. And summer, for all the moms, working or not, it is a crazier and busier time for everyone. If your kids are home, we need to take care of them no matter how old they are, like snacks and sometimes emotionally, like we just need to either bear like watching them constantly something on the screen, or like they're constantly talking to me, whatever that is, and they are like, mom, what can I do and what should I eat, and I don't know. And if they are on camps, like for me right now and this week, and multiple things going around, and I'm constantly on the road, like somewhere in between pickup and drop off and drop off and pickups. And I've been painting this like somewhere in between those constantly for the last few weeks, actually for entire summer, right? So yeah, that's mom's life no matter what. And good news is July is almost done and August is going to fly fast. Hang in there, hang in there. We can do this. We can chip out our time for our creativity and for our dream, and we can do that. Hang in there. So today I just want to talk over this video of me painting. Because this painting was very much like what it was like last time. Not that fun, to be honest. So I'm just using the video with my talk of the day, and my talk of the day is going to be about my frustration over my speed. So this painting is going slow. The previous painting was slow. That wasn't even finished. It's really slow. That is a big frustration over so many years now, because I keep thinking I should be better and I should be faster. I should have finished way more, but then I have to pause and remember this is kind of my pattern. If I done something and then I get overexcited and then I'm trying to do more faster, do more and do faster, and then that stops me from finishing anything. When I work on something for a long time, I tend to drift, and sometimes I just don't finish. I have so many unfinished pieces, it's embarrassing amount. There's always that pressure in the back of my mind. You should be producing more, you should be making faster, posting more, growing faster. But I've learned that something lately, especially with this piece, taking more time on studies like sketches, thumbnails, even just writing down ideas, color comps, it actually saves my time and makes me finish, because now I have clear idea what I want to do with this, which sounds obvious with like you should have done it before, but I have resisted for such a long time. After I graduated my college, that's what you've done during the entire college. However, I just not made it as my habit, and this finally comes back around. I want to be honest with what happened to my last big painting. Well, how it had happened. I was so excited. I was having this idea of house portrait I wanted to try out, and I was really like jumped into the big painting without any preparation, studies, or plan for the whole painting. So I just jumped into that, and in the middle of it I just lost and I didn't know what to do. Every stroke was like question mark, am I doing right? So it took like longer and longer. So I kind of stopped at some point and just left it there until I have some idea. Yeah, and now it's on the corner of my studio, and I think I'm going to come back someday. I just don't know when. Well, most likely is going to just have like white paint poured over and restart. I don't know. However, with this one, I shared my process. I had a few color comps and I have some studies and I have some sketches and thumbnails. I tested out already, compositions and everything. So it's really helping. I have pretty clear view about what I want to do, how it's going, the final look. So I used to feel like those extra steps made me look like I didn't know what I was doing. It's so boring. Why am I wasting whole time on that? But now I think maybe they just show that I care enough to think things through and I care enough to make practice and experience and then study and research all that. So here's a question I keep coming back to. Is this a problem? The slowness, or is it just me? I do work slowly, I stop a lot, I stare, I rethink, I step back. I place brushstrokes pretty intentionally for everything. I check and recheck and second guess. Part of it is fear. I am afraid of making the mess and making the failure. I admit that. I really don't want to mess it up. And people always say, just go faster, don't overthink, just do it. And I have tried it. I've tried to just push through and make fast painting without caring so much, don't think about the result, and multiple of that. The result was I did not like any of painting. I don't think that really helped me to go faster and make my process faster. So it was just a bunch of waste of materials and time and canvases, all that. After multiple times of trying over a decade, I don't think that's me and that's my method. It's really, let's admit that that method was failed me, and I should just accept myself. This slow rhythm is just part of me. I'm not the fast one, prolific artist out there. I'm just the slow one who puts a lot of care into each piece, even the strokes. That's not easy to say out loud, to be honest, especially online like this, because the internet is full of artists making incredible work at an unbelievable pace. And I wouldn't say it looks easy, but it definitely looks faster than I am. Sometimes I wonder if I'm falling behind or if I'm just not cut out for this kind of rhythm. But then I remind myself, when I do take the time, when I don't rush, I usually like the result. And people can see that, the result. And not that they can see how much time I put in, but each stroke really builds up the momentum, even for the viewers. When I think about why things take so long, like sometimes even more than a year, it's not just fear or indecision, it's also life. A lot of comes in between. I'm a mom, it's not an excuse, that's my main job as a human being, and I care deeply about both my kids and my art and my family. I do value tremendously about the time that I spend with my family, laying down, just hanging out in front of the TV, watching the same show, talking about it, and shared ideas and what happened that day, all that kind of things. Going out to the field to watch my sons or daughters' games every weekends or two, and being under the sun and making myself super tired after that, and driving back for an hour, going there, all that kind of things. Taking the vacation as family, because my husband loves travel. I do too, and he's working hard to make money for this family. He deserves it. He deserves his vacation, his relaxing time, and I am ready to fully support that. However, whenever I come back to the art the middle is really messy, right? It means a lot of stopping and starting. It's hard to come back to the momentum. It means half-finished thoughts as well. And I paint water that sits out too long and painting that stretch over months instead of days and sometimes years. It's not ideal, but it's also very real. And I know you guys have like full of life, not just your dream. You have a lot of responsibilities and you're dealing with the same thing every day, every second, every hours. And when I do finish something, even slowly, I feel proud and the results shows because I stayed with it, I didn't give up, and all that piled up care of strokes and color placement really shows up. So here's what I'm trying to hold on to. Taking time to study, that's not a weakness. It's a strength actually. Working slowly, that's not a failure. It's just my rhythm. And painting between school pickups and dinner preps and it's not perfect, but that means that's how passionate I am to put myself into the work and sacrifice. Because all these, I know me, you, we are chipping out our energy, our time, our resource for our dream, our passion. We need to put extra things into this. If you're a slow worker or a parent, or just someone trying to make space for creativity in a very full life, I hope this helps you feel a little less alone. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If any parts of this video resonated with you, please share your thoughts in the comments and let me know how you overcame that slow seasons. Love to hear from you, and thank you again. I guess I'll see you next time in the next video. Probably it's going to be again somewhere in between the pickups and drop off. 안녕.